I like the Suns tonight. I like them laying 6. I thought that spread was fat for how bad they've been playing this season early on and how good Minnesota has looked.
Not so fast. Midget. Yeah, little guy. Hey, not so fast.
This is the first game of Booker, Beal, and KD. This is their debut together.
Nice.
Yeah, that's fucking beat. Fuck Bradley Beal. He is the worst. And I'm officially off of the Suns tonight. I honestly might even fade him.
Justin Herbert, I'm just going to say it. He's mid. Dak Prescott, he's a coin respecter right now. He is. Jameis Winston now.
I feel like he could go in the GOAT category just because he's Jameis.
You could tell last night. Kent State had no business winning that game. They were never winning that game. Shit bets. I cannot believe what my eyeballs witnessed on the court last night in the MAC. What the fuck, dude?
Took Nick Bosa over 0.75 sacks. So Baker's screwed. The offensive line is screwed. Nick Bosa is going to terrorize them.
What's going on, chat? Happy BTL Monday, the best betting sports show to get your day started. Episode 369 piece. As always, Javon, hold the fry, joined by your two hosts, Krabs, and the milkman himself, Boots on Ground, presented by Pickett Sports. If you guys aren't tracking your bets on Pickett Sports, grow the heck up. It's about to be 2024. You need a New Year's resolution. Why not track your bets and become a better sports bettor? More accountable, more responsible. Find more winners, see what you're betting right, see what you're betting wrong. Go check out Pickett Sports, free to download, the best UI UX out there for a sports bet tracking app.
Spin.
Sure.
W Pickett.
Javon, we had an incredible entertaining game last night. Boots on Ground at Jerry's World. That was what we needed. That was what I needed to sleep at night. I mean, I slept like a freaking baby last night, Javon. I don't know if my eyes have ever rested that peacefully after watching the Eagles get spanked and the regression monster looming, law of averages, whatever the heck you want to call it. Seeing the Eagles fumble and actually not recover the ball for once was cool. Seeing
big switch up.
Seeing Jalen Hurts, not play great because he's hurt and they're not letting him run full force like they were last year. It was cool. It really was. You know why? Because the Cowboys are clearly the best team in that division. They're one of the best teams in football and the NFC. and they proved that last night. They are the best team in the NFC East. And right now, personally, I don't think it's even close with how bad that Eagles defense is.
Dude, they're Swiss cheese. They had 75 points in 2 games. Like, it would have been one thing if they were like, because they had a tough little scheduling stretch there where they're going through a gauntlet of a couple teams. So, like, losses were going to come in some part. We talked about that. But the fact they were not competitive against the 2 best teams in the NFC is tough.
Yeah. I mean, one of those 2, you have a flop, you bounce back, you get a win in the other one. People think maybe you're good. You can't lose both of those. And they've given up more than 30 points in their last 3 games. Javon, I swear to God, I could probably go out there and run some routes and make some catches against that moose shit secondary. Darius Slay is a shell of himself. He's hurt. He's old. He can't do anything. They've lost so many pieces from that defense last year, and it's showing. Their linebackers stink. Their secondary is atrocious. They have a couple good pass rushers, but that doesn't matter when you can't cover anybody. And when you get stacked up in the playoffs against a team like the Cowboys that has CeeDee Lamb, against a team like the 49ers that has Debo, George Kittle, McCaffrey, I mean, the amount of weapons this team's going to have to cover once they get into playoff time, they're screwed. The Eagles have no chance if their defense is playing like this, and they have no chance to win a playoff game if Jalen Hurts is playing like this. I've been saying it for months. I was ahead of my time. I'm happy everybody else got to see it last night with their own eyeballs because they stink.
Yeah.
They stink.
That defense might not be fixable.
They stink.
They're bad.
Yep. Not fixable. They're atrocious. They don't have the bodies. I thought I was watching the Commanders last night.
Yeah, they need a team that they can just throw around in the trenches. And very obviously, the 49ers and Cowboys are not that. So that's going to be a problem, especially if you get into the playoff time and they don't win the division and they're going on the road to a certain team.
Yeah, we'll see how that goes. We'll literally be seeing. Well, Javon, I'll tell you what we don't have to worry about. It's the sub bangs. It's the hype train that just got started right now. We got Devon 72 coming in with a subby. Let's get some dubs today. 100% Devon. Blaine 83 coming in with a subby. How about them boys? They look sharp. They did. We got Fat Girls In coming in with a subby. 14 months of sweat, blood, and cake and collabing Trell. Okay. I am dialed. Happy birthday, Jovan. W Fat Girls Inc. We have a W raid from Degen, 70 piece coming in hot to start out the morning. Hope you guys enjoyed your morning sesh with Degen. If you guys aren't hip yet, go check out his show in the AM on Twitch. W's. We got TK Franz coming in with a subby. Chat. If your bankroll wasn't built up last week from watching BTL, you did something extremely wrong. I don't even know if it's possible to watch BTL last week and not make coins. I am up insurmountable coins, Javon. I am up so many coins. I am scared to lay nukes this week. I am scared to place bets today. That's how many bets I've been hitting recently. That's where we're at right now. Straight up.
After like the last 2 weeks, I was like, you know what? This Sunday NFL nuke possibly just could not go well.
And it's somehow still hit.
Thankfully, it did. A couple of them hit.
Unbelievable.
We had to nuke the Cowboys. Boots on the ground, too. But
had to.
Desmond Ridder, Baker Mayfield masterclass was huge.
I mean, the only bad read I had was the Chargers. And honestly, I just blame that one on their atrocious moose shit organization.
Yeah, you know what you're getting into with the Chargers.
I do.
Really faulted. We
got Phil Zutley coming in hot with a subby. Eagles so bad they can't keep it competitive for Dak yards. SMH.
Facts.
Phils, you could not have said it any better. You could not have said it any better. I tweeted it last night before my phone died. And by the way, Eagles fans, you guys are lucky as shit that my phone died in the third quarter of that game because I was about to let you have it and about to ruin your freaking night even more than it already was. But yeah, the Eagles shafted us. They played so bad that Dak Prescott didn't even have to pass the ball much in the second half. And it fucked us. Let's go over the W recaps real quick here. Let's do the W Friday squad ride recap. Get it over with. I know that was a couple days ago, but still a squad ride W as we get a Len Bong subby coming in hot. Let's fucking go, Len.
Let's go, Len.
Also, cannot go unnoticed. Ron Muck's Clam snuck in there with a subby as well.
Death taxes. Ron Muck and Clam. Let's be great this week, boys. WBTL. W Ron. Can we get some W Ron and W Len Bongs in the chat as we get a Drew 0312 subby as well? Starting off my 20th birthday with watching these goats. Happy fucking birthday, Drew. Happy birthday, my man. What's the birthday bet? What's the birthday nuke? I need to know in chat. Let me know. Let me know. We got Young Q giving out a subby. Let's go, Young Q. Sure he can. Monday hard.
Sure he can. W squad ride from Friday. Javon, you carried your weight. You did your job. And you got a nice little squad ride W on ice Friday night.
That was the most insane second period of hockey I think I've ever watched.
Yep.
So shout out, I guess both of them pulled their weight in that one.
Insane.
W's.
Thought it was dead. Second period. I think they had 3 goals in the first minute of the second period. Something crazy like that. We take that. We move. Never in doubt. Let's move to the Hail Mary and Five Guys recap.
which was the definition of piss. You Google piss, they actually pop up on Google. These two entries from this weekend. Javon both went 4 for 5.
Hook emoji.
2 words.
Green check mark, green X.
2 words. Hook.
Yeah, piss.
Disgusting.
Piss.
Javon, any comments for back-to-back? Sorry, 2 4 for 5 parlays this weekend.
Yeah, can't get too mad because at least the PP entry paid 2x. But shout out the Eagles for being even worse than we thought. Somehow, some way, we got Godwin Lexies where he was not getting a catchable pass the entire game, and at the end, Baker threw him one that got them in position to win the game, which was huge. Keaton Mitchell, this thing. Dobbs got benched and somehow still didn't throw a pick. That might just be system play of the year.
Insane.
Mahomes Reed was huge. Spot on. He was chucking the ball because he didn't have any other options. And then Dak looked fantastic, but he did not need to stack 3 yards because they're up by 20.
I knew it was kicked by how terrible the Eagles looked in the first quarter. I mean, they looked like a high school team against a pro team. It was embarrassing. It was a joke. Anybody who's been back in that team and that organization over the last month saying they're good doesn't know shit. And I'll say this because I want this on record, because you guys, if you don't know already, I do fucking know football. I know ball. Okay. Last year, the Eagles, Javon, they were good. Last season, the Eagles were actually fucking good. Jalen Hurts was accurate. He was healthy. He was running like fucking Lamar. He was hitting all his guys. He had a career passing completion percentage, including college. He had an insane season last year, an anomaly. Their team was stacked. Their defense had so many more bodies out there. It was just a perfect storm. Everything went great. Teams didn't know exactly how to defend Sirianni and what he was crafting up there in Philly. But after an offseason of film, it seems like these teams have figured out how to crack the Sirianni codes, and it doesn't hurt that Jalen Hurts is probably hurt, and it doesn't hurt that defense has lost some key pieces. But man, they are bad. Plain and simple, Jamal.
Quite.
They're bad.
And they got to do, like, after everybody complained about the Cowboys having a weak schedule and dominating it, doing what they're supposed to do, if the Eagles don't do that towards the end of the season, should be worried.
The Eagles have such an easy schedule. The next, 4 games left, I believe?
Yeah.
4 games left. If they don't win this division, it'll be hilarious. And the funny thing is, Javon, they won't. They won't.
I don't know about that. I don't know about that. 'Cause I think the Cowboys get destroyed next week.
Oh, no.
I think it looks like they look like the Eagles next week.
The Bills, Cowboys?
Yeah.
You're talking about the Bills as a favorite against the Cowboys next week?
I don't think it's that weird that they're a favorite. It's just like the spot coming off their Super Bowl, just like we kind of thought with the Eagles. And it worked out very similar ways after beating the Bills in a very intense game and then going to play the Niners, who wanted every part of them. Like it just feels very similar. But I mean, especially when you're a dome team going to Buffalo, which I don't think it's supposed to be like painfully cold or snowy or whatever, but it's a different environment out there. So I'll be, as much as we love Dak, I'll be fading him next week.
I probably will too, just with that spread. Got to back the Bills every game. They're going to win out and make the playoffs and probably win the Super Bowl because everybody thinks they are dog meat. You know what? The Eagles are dog meat and the Bills are good. There, I said it. If the Eagles and the Bills play, the Bills will win that game 7 times out of 10 this season. They would. I would love to see it.
Yeah.
I would love to see it. All right, let's keep moving. We got to book it with Vegas sub bang 11 months. Let's freaking go, my dude. We got Peyton 402 coming in with a 10-month subby. Love to see it. Let's go over the recap for NFL Week 14 plays briefly, and then we're going to dive into the slate because we only have about 45 minutes here. W-ish NFL weekends. I know our plays we put out were better than our NFL cheat sheet here. I believe I went 4-3, and Javon, I think you went 3-3-1 with a push.
Yeah.
So nothing terrible there. Nothing to write home about, though, either. We'll get it back with more green check marks and less X's next weekend.
Yeah, shout out CJ Stroud. Make me lose a unit for after a scoreless half on an under because he wants to be dog mate and throw over 91 yards before getting concussed.
And there it is, Javon. The book is out on CJ Stroud. The guy's brain is literally swollen right now.
I'm just saying.
His brain is against the rim of his skull.
He was fucking
still concussed.
Terrible.
He was
ass.
You couldn't wait till Tuesday?
No, I couldn't wait till Tuesday. He sucked. He sucked. And that, like, I still think he's very good, obviously, but like,
do you?
I do.
Okay.
I do.
I couldn't tell.
But doing that against a Zach Wilson team, letting your team get dominated like that, regardless of where the game is, give me a break, man.
Okay. Well, I like it on record that I'm a CJ Stroud guy, but I did say last week he was going to be seeing ghosts against that Jets defense. And what did he do? He saw so many ghosts that he got concussed. And let's hope he has a good recovery and quick recovery. And he's back in there next weekend. But yeah, the book was out on Stroud. this past weekend.
It was.
You're right.
And everybody talking about the Jets defense. They're like a bottom half pass defense. If you look at the numbers, not just look at the narrative behind the Jets. So, like, they haven't been that good. It's a little exaggerated. Look at all their numbers. It'll tell you that. But, yes, I still believe in the Jets defense. But that was a moo shit performance. Whether, whatever it may be, doesn't matter.
Steam Crabs is the second best bitching segment from Chaco. Yeah, speaking of Steam Crabs, if we haven't done enough bitching, let's go ahead and hop in real quick. Let's do a little bit more, Gates. I want to get mad. I have never seen an NFL team get their dick sucked more than the Eagles for being moose shit, ever. In my 25 years of life, and gosh, I don't have memories from the first couple, all right? I'm not a scientist. I don't remember this much hype around a team that's not good. Maybe it's the fan base. Maybe it's, I don't know, that they went to the Super Bowl last year, and that is fucking cool. We also saw the Bengals go to the Super Bowl one time, and what the fuck have they done since then? Zip, zilch. Guys, sometimes there's anomalies. Sometimes teams get hot. Sometimes there's new coaches, new systems, new players, and you throw them together and they hit the ground running like they're fucking Usain Bolt. That's what happened with the Eagles last season. They were good. They had an incredible season. They were the second best team in the NFL last year. This year, in my opinion, not even caring about their record, they are a bottom 15 team in the NFL. You could call them 15, you can call them 16, whatever it is. But if I matched up and made my own fucking power rankings, I wouldn't have the Eagles in the top 10. I don't even know if I'd have them inside the top 15, Javon. That's how fucking terrible they've looked. They've gotten credit they don't deserve. They've gotten gassed up like they're the best team in football, and I'm tired of it. And I'm so happy that America got to see, and 90,000 people last night in Jerry World got to see in person that Dak Prescott is the best quarterback in the NFC East right now. And it's not even fucking close. Last year, it was Jalen Hurts. Awesome. Whoop-de-doo. That was last year. Can we start being realistic now, folks? After the last 3 weeks, after those embarrassing last 2 losses, can we start being realistic and using our eyeballs and not just being lazy and using takes and thoughts from last season when we saw this team go on a crazy run in the Super Bowl? Anybody who defended the Eagles in the last month hasn't been watching them and doesn't know ball. And I'm just happy I got ahead of it and got to let you guys know because they are a bad football team. Don't care what their record is. They are not going to win a single playoff game. Doesn't matter who they're playing, if it's Taylor Heineke, if it's Desmond Ridder, if the Manders somehow sneak in there. Doesn't matter. They will lose outright in the first game of the playoffs, and I will have a fat ML wager on that. The slips will be out there, folks.
I won't promise that because they're a good football team. But I will say their worst nightmare is not winning the division and then going to Atlanta, which that seems like a crazier take than realistically it should be. But if they go to Atlanta, they play against a team who they can't push around on both fronts, they're in trouble. But if they go to Tampa, they're winning by 30. So, I mean, there's a couple different matches. They're like in the playoffs, they're so matchup dependent. And that's not like me saying that as an overreaction like the last couple games. I would have said that prior to this. But they're very Vikings-esque.
They're literally the Vikings.
People don't want to say it. People don't want to say it because it's the Eagles, but they're very Vikings-esque, and the numbers will tell you that as well. But yeah, if they don't get a suitable path in the playoffs, they're in trouble. But if they get the Bucks, that's dominant. If they get somehow the Lions out of that, that's a cakewalk. So, like, I still believe in the Eagles. They're not as good as people wanted to make them out to be. But yeah, if they have no home field advantage between those two teams at the top, have fun.
Yeah, GG's, folks. GG's. They're not winning a game against the freaking Seahawks. They wouldn't win a game against them.
They better dominate on Monday.
Yeah, we'll see. I don't think that team has any domination in them this year. I think they have ridden the coattails of their successes from last season, and they came in this year fat, happy, and complacent, and it shows.
Yeah, we'll see. I mean, if they can, I'm interested to see how the Seahawks come out because I think that team's kind of dead.
You guys should have seen when we were leaving the stadium. And guys, we're going to move on and we're going to do a little giveaway after this and make it up to you for bitching about the Eagles this long. And then we're going to dive into plays. But on the way out, they were all talking about the tush push. And Eagles fans are like flicking off the Cowboys fans, right? They're flicking them off on the way out. And the Cowboys fans are like, oh, that's what they do in the tush push. They shove the finger up there and they push him from behind. It was the funniest shit. Eagles fans, for the first time in my life, were silent as a church mouse. If I could bottle that up and keep that and go back to it and look in it and just go back into that moment, every so often, every couple months, I'd pay good money for it.
That was like
Eagles fans aren't silent often.
that was the first time I can say I was genuinely happy to hear Cowboys fans chirping because they're painfully annoying
Yeah.
99% of the time. And if you're anything but a Cowboy supporter in that game, they're ridiculously annoying 100% of the time, if you include that too. But that was hilarious to see them chirping the Eagles fans and get them run out of the stadium.
Yep. I will say now we're going to get some serious Cowboys slurpage, and we might have to
You
flip.
should. I mean, I've been a pretty heavy Cowboy slurper for the majority of the year, so I'm down. I'm down to get into it a little bit.
Oh, man. All right. Let's move. Let's do the King of the Board giveaway and recap. Would you believe it?
Dude, I'm literally Tom Brady.
Would you believe it if I told you that I'm 2-0 in the King of the Board challenges? And Javon, it's not like you haven't put up a fight.
I know.
You've done your job.
You've been what? 4-1 both times?
4-1 both weeks.
You just got to tip the cap to that. You got to tip the cap.
2-time champ, 2 rings. That shit stank, don't it? And I'm not stopping anytime soon. We're going to make it 3-0 this week, folks. King of the Board. I like this new challenge.
Yeah.
I do.
Yeah.
Not because I haven't won the last 2 weeks. I like this new challenge.
It's all right. I'm down 28-3 right now.
You're right. Yeah. You're about to go on your fucking Tom Brady comeback tour, huh?
Yeah, just might.
All right.
Just might have to.
Let's do a giveaway here in a second, Goots. But first, pull up the tweet from this week that you just put out so we can show chat how to get involved in this. Okay, chat. We're doing this every Monday. All right. All you got to do is find this tweet that goes out on the Book at BTL on Mondays and reply under with a crab or a little milk emoji, whoever you want to back. And whatever surgeon ends up with a better record that week, we'll go through it on Monday here on BTL like we're about to do in a second and pick somebody to give you some Prize Picks promo. We did it last Monday. We're going to do it this Monday. All right, Goots. So we'll get you up here. Let's get Goots on grounds.
Hold on. Where is this? Where is this, Bert?
What?
Is this on like a major book? Because this could be a game changer.
Dodgers World Series boosted a plus 1,000.
Quick baseball segue. Just talk about it because I think what Ohtani broke over the weekend pretty much in between shows. I said he was a Dodger. He's a Dodger, shocker. But I also saw the Dodgers win total go from 105.5 to 102.5, and it's pretty much the only one up on a lot of these books.
What?
And then obviously you go on Prize Picks, you see the they put up the whole MLB season home run category.
Sure.
Shohei and Soto. So if that is a large boost, DK boost, dude.
Green Book boost.
Dude.
Green Book boost, Dodgers to win the World Series. I don't think I've seen a future on a team to win a World Series that's not like a local team for me.
I think
that's interesting.
I need to find a no option.
Unless our buddy lives in LA. I guess they don't even have Green Book out there.
Yeah, you can't.
So it wouldn't even make sense.
Dude.
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah, go ahead and lock in somebody else out of the NL.
Dwarf Noah, I will also take Aaron Judge less than home runs with you this year. Okay, we'll lock that in together. Little squad rides. Okay. Javon, let's hop in and do some King of the Board giveaways here. Goots, you want to pick somebody from last week?
Yeah. One more thing. All that money for Ohtani just lose to the Orioles in the World Series. It's funny.
Okay, W Goots. Sure. Craig Kimbrell shutting the door.
Yes, sir. Cookie Craig. All right. This is from last week.
Yes.
From last week. Yeah. Pull up that tweets and just randomly pick somebody under it that put a crab emoji.
I'll do a little scroll, and if it doesn't land on a crab emoji, I guess I'll do it again.
Sure. Keep doing it. I don't care if we got to be here all night. All right.
Oh, wrong. I got to click on it, man. My bad.
Not locked, man.
So not locked.
Goots MO plus Chicky Betters and Piss. You just gotta click the show more at the bottom.
I got it. I got it now.
Huge.
Why is it doing that? There we go.
There you go.
All right.
Let's go, Goots.
Let's
go, Goots. Why is it not working, Goots?
I don't know.
Piss.
I click show more replies.
You're good. You're good.
All right.
Oh.
Here we go. Nope.
He's gonna have to press it 50,000 times to where it
apparently.
Just give it a couple clicks.
Trust the process.
The process.
Come on, Goots. You got this one, my man. What do you say, Goots?
I'm trying to get everyone involved. I gotta get all the replies going.
We got too many replies.
So many.
All right, Goots. I think we're just going to pick the next guy you see with the crab.
Oh, yeah, we might.
Next guy that pops up with the crab, just pick him.
A lot of milks.
A lot of milks, a lot of losers, a lot of L's. I haven't seen a crab in 20 minutes.
Colin Dixon.
Dude, the books.
Not a single crab.
Hey, we got
This
a crab
is
right
it.
here.
There it is. Our guy right here. Boom.
Colin Dixon.
Colin Dixon, you just won Prize Picks promo. Hit us up. Okay, DM Book at BTL. All right, we'll reach out to you as well and hit your DMs. All right, Colin, free Prize Picks promo hitting your account this week. W's. Chat, maybe let's get some more crabs going this week. Goots, you want to pull up the tweet that you sent out for this morning?
Yeah.
Chat, go over to the Book at BTL Twitter. Reply right now if you haven't done it already. Why would you not? It takes 3 seconds. You could win Prize Picks promo. Grow up and do it. Lock in. Go to the Book at BTL Twitter. Go to this tweet that Goots is showing right on the screen right here and comment a crab or a milk emoji, and you could potentially win Prize Picks promo. All right. W's. Want to make sure you guys saw that and know what we're doing every week down the stretch. And I'm excited to run it back and make it a 3-peat this week, Javon.
Yeah, Keaton Mitchell legacies. All right, I can fuck up the tweet, but I gave a winner. That's all that matters.
You did.
Let's
Those
go,
W's.
Goots. Let's fucking go, Goots. W's. Love it. We're not going to talk about Patrick Mahomes whining like a little girl on the postgame presser after he didn't get the calls to go his way one time.
I mean, can we talk about that for a second?
I don't really want to, dude.
That was ridiculously annoying. Like he was offside. Like it's not really.
He was literally a yard offside almost.
like are we bitching?
It wasn't even close.
We're bitching about them making the right call. Like he even said like there was. It's not like he was arguing that he wasn't offside. He's like, yeah, he was offside.
He goes, yeah, he's
Like,
probably a
you
little
know,
offside, but come on, you can't make that call. It's like he was
Yeah.
offsides. Don't be offsides.
like they get every call every year. I mean, if you want to say don't make that call in that moment, they got a bullshit holding call in the Super Bowl to decide the Super Bowl.
Look, we haven't seen Patrick Mahomes struggle ever, literally ever, until I guess you could say maybe right this second. He's struggling a little bit with this terrible receiving core, without the enemy, with a lot of moving parts. They've got 5 losses already. This team hasn't had 5 losses at this point. I don't think since Mahomes has taken over. It's not great right now in Kansas City. And what sucks is you see people's true colors a little bit when they struggle through adversity or have to deal with challenges or things don't go their way. And I think we saw Patrick Mahomes' true colors last night. The fact that he was up there after the game, dapping up Josh Allen, you know, like the fucking quarterbacks do after a big game on the field, and he was still bitching to Josh Allen, who just
Josh
beat
Allen's
your ass
crazy.
on your home field. I don't get it. Makes no sense to me. You sound like a 12-year-old who's never lost before. Maybe it's been a while for Patrick Mahomes since he has lost, but you got to bite your tongue in that spot and understand that, buddy, you've gotten calls in every single game. They carried you to a Super Bowl last year. The Stripes did, the Zebras did, and they've done it for the majority of this season as well. And they fucked you over in this one spot. But read the room. The Chiefs have gotten blessed 100x more than they've gotten screwed by the refs in the last 2 years.
Looks like you have potential pop mic.
Oh, no.
Not popcorn.
Oh, no.
How's my mic? Is my mic straight?
Can we get some 10s?
Potentials.
Can we get some 10s? Slightly popcorn?
Both. Oh, we're in piss.
Oy, oy, oy. Hold on.
Let's get Crab to get a run. Potential Josh run. Randomly both here and there, they say.
It's 10-4s, 10-4s.
Grab back.
Tens.
Yeah. It's literally just this fucking box is too close to the water.
Are we good now?
Was it popcorn or was it buzzing?
It's popping.
Popping. We got 10s in chat. Though.
Let's get some tens going in
10s.
chat if you guys can hear us. Let's get some tens going in chat if you can hear us. Come on, get them going, get them going. Okay. We're good.
Appreciate it.
Thank you, boys. W's, W Nick, W Josh. They just saved the day. Love to fucking see it. Let's get back to business. Why not us? You want to talk about some college basketball today? Not too many games. It ain't much, but it's honest work.
Yeah, we can buzz by real quick.
Okay.
There's not much that I liked.
Yep. 3 things I wanted to note from the weekends, and then we're going to move through these quickly because I know you want to get to NBA and NHL. Okay. Miami got crushed by Colorado this weekend. Okay. They got absolutely embarrassed. Maybe Miami's not that guy this season. Okay. Michigan State absolutely stinks. They were atrocious. They were up at half and they blew it, and this team should not be bet on. And they got their coach afterwards saying they're about to start the coach's son center instead of the 5-star. So that team is in piss. Maybe they'll show up again in March like Tom Izzo's squads always do. But right now, keep Michigan State out of your bet slips. And this is more me talking to myself, okay, because they stink. Number 3, Patino's in piss. This St. John's team, not looking too sharp early on. They just lost to Quinton Post and Boston College. That's a game they should win. That's a game Rick Pitino is expected to win. Bumpy start of the career for him over there at St. John's. Let's see if he can figure it out. Okay.
Yeah. Quinton Post also him too, though.
Quinton Post also him. Side notes. W's.
Also him.
Okay. Let's talk about some of these CBB games really quick. We got Monday Night Football to go over as well. Okay. Javon, we've got NoCo and Commerce playing right now.
Yeah.
Sure. Love to see
how's
that.
that game looking?
We've got NoCo up 1 point with 5 minutes left.
Ooh.
Could be weird. Let's jump though. Let's go to Yale and Quinnipiac. Okay. Guys, we faded Quinnipiac last week, or at least I did, and took Navy with the points, and it was freer than air. Quinnipiac did still pull out the win though on the ML. I want to fade Quinnipiac again in this spot. Kind of a rivalry game. 2 of these teams who are in state, Yale and Quinnipiac. Not much travel for the Yale Bulldogs here on the roads. It's only like a 20-minute drive down the street, apparently. And Yale is laying 8.5 points on the road against a 7-2 Quinnipiac team that's off to one of the best starts in program history. If you watch this Quinnipiac team, you know that they're not that guy, and Yale is a much better program, harder strength of schedule, much better team. They are the better squad here, and that's why they opened up -7, and now they're laying 8.5 on the road, coming off of an outright loss, Javon, to Fairfield when they were -16.5. Quinnipiac has won 4 of their last 5. They're off to a hot start, but they have to welcome in a much bigger, more physical Yale team that's slow. I think this team makes Quinnipiac uncomfortable, and I think that spread is fat. The splits look great. Give me the Yale Bulldogs on the road to cover and win big.
Yeah, I'm with you. That spread is fat.
Yep.
I'm in.
I lean Robert Morris, but I'm not going to get to the counter there probably.
Fair.
Okay. Gonzaga. I think I'm going to lay it with Gonzaga -41.5. They're playing Missouri Valley State. Javon, you know them very well.
Yep.
Okay. Missouri Valley State is 0-9, I believe. They are atrocious. Typically wouldn't be fading teams like this, but they are that bad. And Gonzaga just lost to Washington on the roads. That's an embarrassing loss for them. You know, college basketball fans wouldn't say it is because the spread was short, and we know that's a weird game, but Gonzaga is going to be coming out of the gates pissed off in this spot at home. They return home after that loss, and they're going to put a 50 burger on Mississippi Valley State. They're going to destroy them. Mississippi Valley State could only score 39 points against Liberty in their last contest. How many do you think they're going to score against this Gonzaga team who's coming off a loss, playing out of their minds?
They'll score some points. But Gonzaga is not going to – they're going to score at will. So that's probably the only thing I came into this board taking away is Zag's coming off a loss against my favorite fade Mushet team in college basketball. I will lay whatever number it is. You can give me 60 because it just might be that ugly.
Give me 60 pace. Okay. They might win this game by 100. Might be 100-0.
Yep.
Okay. That's all I got for CBB. There's only about 10 or 15 games. I say we pivot to some Monday Night Football action.
Sure.
W's. 2 crummy games today in football, but that does not mean money is not there to be made, folks. Tennessee and Miami and Green Bay and the Giants. You guys could probably guess what I'm on, at least in that second game, but let's start with Tennessee and Miami. Javon, what do you like in this game?
I like points.
Ooh.
Because I do think I don't know if I want to mess with the 14 really on the other side because it feels like one of those games which a lot of these 14 between like 12 and 14 point spreads have been kind of hanging there, which the 49ers have done it a couple times, but it's just one of those games that kind of hangs around the spread for the entire game and you think it's going to go one way or the other and it just sticks. So I don't know what I lean in that game. Maybe a little more Dolphins. I think it's a decently fat spread, but what are you really going to put them against the Titans team? But I kind of feel a similar way that I did about the Bengals game. Not in the sense that I thought the Bengals were a little more live in that one than the Titans, I think, are today. But I think their offense is in a pretty good spot too, especially because the Dolphins' rush defense, their defense as a whole has been better since like Jalen Ramsey has come back and really the last couple of weeks has been good against the pass, but they haven't been a great run defense. And if you want Will Levis to be comfortable, you can very easily do it by establishing Derrick Henry and Tyjae Spears. Like I think they're going to score in this game. Especially my favorite thing to look at. I know it's Derrick Henry, so it's a little different than like a Joe Mixon, but whenever I go and I see a touchdown combo square with a running back in it that's double-digit dogs, they've scored almost immediately every time. So like I kind of thought that anyway going into this game because that's kind of how you got to get Levis comfortable and the offense comfortable, but it's just a thing to look out for there. So like I think they'll be able to trade punches with the Dolphins for a while. It just by the end of the game, I mean, that is a terrible secondary against Tyreek Hill is probably going to burn them for 200 yards. I mean, that secondary is terrible. Jalen Waddle's going to have a field day too. Just like I don't think he'll be able to keep up with them for, the full 60 minutes.
Okay.
But maybe like in the first half, they'll be trading punches. I think it's going to be higher scoring. So kind of the exact opposite of what I think of the other game.
Okay, good. Yeah, maybe if you want to take the dog here, you go first half with Tennessee, but the better play here is probably just back in the over. It might be public, but it is moving up, and that's an angle and a pitch there I can get behind. Miami, they'll be scoring. Chat's asking about Tyreek Hill. Everyone's on Tyreek Hill more than yards. What do we want to do? I put him in the category of I don't want to fucking fade him because he's that good. Same with CeeDee Lamb right now. There's only a handful of guys ever on that list, but right now he's on it, and I'm not fucking fading him. He's that good, especially with him looking to get 2,000 yards and breaking Calvin Johnson's record. So we took Tyreek Hill in the Prize Pick sprints for, the next 4 weeks, hoping that he gets off to a great start tonight against this terrible secondary. Okay. Points.
Yeah. I mean, everybody's going to be on it, but it's just going to hit.
Yep. It's probably going to hit. Green Bay and the Giants. Looks like the Packers, who last night I checked the spread for this game at the Cowboys game, and Packers were -6.5. And then after the game, they were -6. We got some live movement there. A little bit weird considering that less than 35% of bets and handle on the green book are backing the Giants on the spreads. Even less than that are on the ML. So obviously people are squaring up for Kitch here and backing the Packers. I don't love that the Giants are coming off of 2 straight wins as well, but they were against the Commanders and the Patriots. So those count as half wins for me. That's really just like coming off of 1 win. The Packers are coming off of 3 straight wins. They've won and covered 4 of their last 5, including big-time wins in the last 2 weeks against the Lions, at Detroit, and then beating the living crap out of the Kansas City Chiefs, dominating them, putting up a clinic. Jordan Love looking great, getting it done. He's looked much better the second half of the season. With that being said, it's got to be Giants here with the points or nothing, and probably lean the under, which I'm assuming you're about to sell.
Yeah, I mean, I like the under. I also like the Giants. To be honest with you, I haven't decided which one I'm going to go with primarily just yet. So I'm interested to hear your take on the couple of them. But yeah, I think I've kind of mapped this out similar to what I did with the NHL last week, which shout out those plays. Those plays were air, Bruins. And
literally the hottest hocky bet I've ever seen in my life last week.
Yeah, fading the Kings 11-0.
Insane.
11-0 on the road. Sure, they lost both games this weekend. But I want to do this with the Packers. I think they struggle, which plays into both the under and the Giants tonight against a defense that's pretty respectable, especially in the secondary. And then they go next week and host Baker Mayfield, coming off of an electric comeback indoors on the road. Both of those where he's been much better, and now he goes on the road in the cold after that electric win. I think they get pumped. So, I think the Packers struggle this week against the Giants. I think the Giants cover the number. I think it's a super ugly game. And then they dominate the Bucs next week, where you start the Jordan Love arc back up after maybe he looks a little tough this week. I like the Giants. I think they can make things really tough. I think one of the things you haven't really been able to do against the Packers pretty consistently is establish the run game, which I also think is going to be a thing with Saquon today. So I think the Giants are going to be certainly a little live in this game.
Ooh. Okay.
It's also like the Packers in general have not been very good on the road. So like a lot of these massive performances from Jordan Love, like the game against the Chiefs last week, guess where it was? It was in Green Bay. So that home field advantage has been huge for him, and now he's going to a place that is just it's been an awkward little atmosphere, like in prime time to play this season for a couple of teams, which you can go back to the beginning of the season too for a couple of those games, including the Jets as well. But yeah, I think he struggles. I think it's a tough game for Jordan Love.
Okay. Yep. Godsynth in chat. You could say that the Packers are entering this game fat, happy, and complacent. Yes.
Yep.
They're going to come into this game coming off of a Super Bowl win in their eyes against the Chiefs, and they might struggle against a Giants team that every once in a while at home likes to play defense and make a game weird as shit. They've done it for literally since I have memories of the NFL. So would not be surprised if Tommy DeVito and co. get a big-time win outright or at least cover the spread at home tonight against an overrated Packers team that's playing out of their mind recently. Okay?
100%. It's interesting, too. Anytime there's been a lot of these numbers that are like this, but when you see somewhat of like a key number between like a 3 to 3.5, a 6 to 6.5, 7, 7.5, when it goes up to like the 6.5 and it keeps getting like hit down very consistently every time it touches it, that's been the games that have been the straight upset heavy. Like I guess the Packers were one of those teams last week on the same exact line. So I look at that and I get very intrigued. The fact that, I mean, you obviously have everybody hammering the Packers. They're pretty public, but it's kind of what to expect. And then the fact that it is flip-flopping very, very quickly, it's probably a sign there.
Okay. Could be a sign, folks. Any Prize Pick squares that are catching your eye right now?
I think you can get pretty, like, I mean, the one that I think caught your eye, or I don't know who was talking about it, but the Jordan Love passing touchdowns is ridiculous. The fact they have the 1.5 up after.
Dude, so you might have to just show the people that one.
Yeah,
because that's insane.
He has it on the screen. So, I mean, it's just, why is that up, dude? Absolutely, why is that up?
That is insane.
Yeah, not even any sort of juice to the over either. It's 1.5 or minus 115 both ways. I mean, give me a break, dude.
Do you think Saquon finds pay dirt? He's up there for a pass rush and receiving tutty.
Yeah, I like Saquon. I think for him, I would more like to target his yards or attempts because, like I said, I think they're going to establish the run a little better, which is going to be the key to keeping that game slow and them controlling the ball and not keeping it in Jordan Love's hands for really all that long. So that's how the Giants are going to stay in this game. So I like that. I also wouldn't mind with the Giants. It's interesting with like a lot of the wide receiver props or tight end props because they're all super low line. So if you get the guy that's going to go off in a given week, like Jalen Hyatt, I guess has been a game or two, including, I don't know if that was last game, but the Patriots game like that, like you can find value in some of the guys. Like I wouldn't mind trying to find one of those guys, to be honest with you, in this game.
Okay. Do you like Derrick Henry in that first game?
Yeah.
What are you targeting for him or what angle?
I want him to get in the end zone, so I'll be taking this combo touchdown square.
Tucker Kraft?
Yeah.
Okay.
Which it's not a bad one either.
Sure.
Tucker Kraft. I like Tucker Kraft.
Don't let Tucker Kraft get hot.
Yeah.
Might be too late. W's. Awesome. Chats, I'm going to be on the Giants +6 in this spot. Lean over in the Titans-Dolphins game with Javon and lean under in the Packers-Giants game with Javon as well. But I think my favorite play, my best bet on the gridiron tonight is the Giants +6. What about you?
I think my favorite play is the over in the Titans-Dolphins game.
Okay. W's like the way that's moving and grooving.
Yeah.
All right. Awesome. We've got some sub bangs. We got Walker161 coming in with a subby, 5 months resub. Love that. We got Baumgartner Jackson coming in with a subby, 18 months. Gaucho69 resubbing. Oxymoron guy, book it with Vegas. The whole squad resubbing today. Love to freaking see it. Javon, take us to the ice. Take us to the NBA, wherever you want to go. Give us some winners.
I don't really have too much on either side, to be honest with you today.
Okay.
The only couple of things I guess I was considering on the ice, which I still have to figure out what I want to do with it because it's kind of a tough spot. But the Leafs, their goalie, Joseph Wall, just got hurt a couple of games ago. He got pulled mid-game. And their backup, Ilya Samsonov, who's been shit really the entire season. He's coming off his first shutout in a big game against the Preds over the weekend, and now they're going to an Islanders team or on the road to face an Islanders team that's super hot right now, especially offensively. So, like, something has to give there. And I think it's going to be Samsonov, which I kind of look forward to fading him no matter what. I don't love that it's coming off of, like, the Islanders just beat the Kings and snapped their streak. with a miraculous comeback where they won in overtime in that game they really shouldn't have won. But I have to fade Samsonov in this spot. So it feels like a game that is more, I don't know, vintage Leaf style hockey and more of like what the Islanders have been playing the past couple weeks, super high scoring, taking advantage of these goalies a little bit. Sorokin, I think, will give up his fair share too. So I like goals there, but I kind of have to take the Islanders.
Okay. And Chad, we'll talk about the NBA here in a moment. Okay.
Yeah.
Islanders, ML.
Yeah.
What about the Sabres, ML? You were a favorite
Sabres.
against Arizona.
Yeah. I'll try to get.
I know they're the better team, better roster. I know it's just the records are flipped, as they probably should be, right?
Yeah. Well, the thing with the Sabres is they got Tage Thompson back a couple of games ago. So I mean, if you've watched the Sabres, they've been a much better hockey team, and like I've talked with DeGen about this a little bit too. You kind of think they're going to go on a run at some point because they've been pitiful. Like their issue has been like they're not showing any sort of like offensive pulse. So like they have games where they've put up like 15 shots on goal, which is terrible. So like really the results don't show it in their last handful of games, but if you've watched the team, they've looked better at a lot of spots. So like I don't know if now's the time. This is a big game though, because the reason why I'm holding off on like backing them consistently is because they have this game at home against the Yotes, and then they go to the Avs on the road, they go to Vegas on the road, and then they go and play the Yotes again on the road, which those are 3 very tough back-to-back games and later in the week. So this could be just a game like they have to put all their eggs into this basket to win this game, because that is a tough 3 stretch of games. So I wouldn't mind taking the Sabres. I will say, though, I have made myself kind of a personal rule that sometimes I don't stick to. I hate betting the Sabres unless UPL's in net, and they have Devon Levi in net, who is rat shit. And I broke that rule last time he was out there. So going against it 2 games in a row, 2 starts in a row, I don't know what to do.
Okay. Did you hit your bet when he went against the last time?
Yes, I did.
Okay. All right, folks. Maybe tread lightly on the ice tonight.
Yeah, he did have a sandwiched game in between, I guess, because I took him against the Bruins, which was a big one. So then he started another game this week against the Canadians and lost in a shootout. So I don't know. I like the Sabres. Don't love them, though.
Anything in the last 2 hockey games? I know they're not, the most bettable games with how fat the money lines are, but Detroit, Dallas, or Calgary, Colorado?
Yeah, I don't think I have anything there.
Okay.
I think it's going to be hopefully a high-scoring game in Dallas. I wouldn't mind that over, but don't know if I'm going to get to the counter. Definitely want to fade James Reimer. He's been pissed if you've watched him, and he's gotten lucky for a stretch of games earlier in the season, so I would be down to fade him. I think it's going to be high-scoring. I think it's a little fat of a price for the Stars, too, even at home for a Red Wings team that's playing super well offensively, so maybe an over.
Okay. Maybe an over, folks. Let's keep moving. Let's keep grooving. Let's pivot real quick to the association. All right. There's a play that caught my eye that people were talking about in chat, and I want to talk through it. Dallas and Memphis. Looks like the Mavs opened up -3 on the road here at Memphis, who is 6-15. Dallas is 13-8, playing pretty well. No Kyrie tonight, though, but the Mavs are down to -1.5 point favorites on the spread here against a Memphis team, like I said, who is 6-15. Sure, they're starting to play better recently, but still missing a lot of their guys, Javon, and coming off of a loss to Minnesota and losses in 2 of their last 3. So it's not like they're the hottest team in the NBA. Do we take the bait on the Grizzlies tonight?
So what'd you say the injury situation was?
No Kyrie Irving, right?
I would love it if they didn't just get 20-piece by the Grizzlies like a week ago.
Oh, no. So maybe they have their number, is what you're saying.
They might, but that was also with Kyrie,
who
went 3 for 15 in that game.
Oy. With Kyrie, and now there's no Kyrie. Okay. Were you expecting this line to be fatter? Were you expecting it to be where it is right now?
I mean, I really don't know what I would have expected it to be. Like maybe it's a little low, but I guess what? No Kyrie. Somebody said no Grant Williams, no Josh Green. Josh Green's Josh Green. But yeah, I mean they got 20-piece with those guys in the lineup at home.
Yeah.
So I'm good on taking the Grizzlies.
Okay. W's. Any other NBA plays you wanted to take?
I mean, I really don't want to get cute taking this team more than I really have to, but Pistons.
Oh,
I was just looking at it. I don't
You've
know if I'm
gotta
gonna
be
get. I
kidding
don't
me,
know if I'm
dude.
gonna get there. I was just looking at it. Maybe a
Oh.
little hangover after I know they didn't win the play-in or the in-season tournament, but
oh my God.
they went through a
dude.
grueling couple of games. This Pistons team is a little banged up, but they're still scrappy. I like the team.
Still scrappy. They haven't won a game in 2 months.
I know they're just like sometimes they're just an annoying team to play for a lot of these like up-tempo teams. So, like I don't like they suck. It's not really what I'm arguing, but could be an interesting spot. I feel like that's 7. Like I know the Pacers really don't get line respect like they should, like a lot of the elite teams, but that's 6.5, 7 is seems like a lot of a lack of respect.
Hey, I tried to get cute a long time ago, aka on Friday, fading the Magic and backing the Pistons on the spread, and that was the worst bet I think I've ever taken. They lost 91 to 123.
Yeah, the Pistons do. I mean, good points in chat. They always come out hot. It's like anytime you see the Pistons in like a super sharp spot, they look good for the first half. So maybe it's a Pistons first half.
Get in, get out, and
Get in,
sprint
get
away from
out.
that game. Okay. Chat's asking about thoughts on Pelicans and Minnesota. Definitely like the Pelicans in the spots. Is somebody hurt though? Is somebody hurt in this game, chats? Let me take a peep. I got the lineups up right here. Looks like we've got Anthony Edwards as a game time decision. So that could be why that line is a little bit funky. He is questionable with a hip injury for Monday, sure. Yeah, but if he plays and that line stays where it is and the Pelicans are -4 with Minnesota absolutely unbeatable and on this crazy win streak that they're on right now, I will probably be on the Pelicans. Yes.
Yep, that's
Mhm.
fair. That's fair.
All right. W's. I don't have anything else I like in the NBA. I think we pivot. I think we move. And I think we craft up a little squad ride action, Javon.
Might have to.
Goots, run that shit. I want to see the train. All right, Javon. We had a pretty good week last week with squad rides, 4-1. Let's run that back this week.
Yeah, let's do that.
Why not us?
I'm down.
Okay. Since we're in the NBA, should we stick here and throw a play in there?
It's up to you.
You want to come back to the NBA when we need it?
Yeah, we can. I'm not
All
too
right.
tapped into the NBA today.
Let's do Giants +6.
I'm in.
You want to take the over in Tennessee, Miami?
I'm in.
Any other football plays you want to take?
I mean, do you want to throw the under in the Giants game in there too?
Mm,
You don't like it?
I do like it. Where has it been moving and grooving?
It really hasn't.
It really hasn't been moving and grooving.
So like 37.5, like briefly. And the only move it's taken is the little half point down at some places.
Yeah, hasn't been moving much. The over's getting pelted with bets, but not super public. How about a Giants under teaser crabs? I don't know. I think I'd rather just take the points with the Giants, brother. We could put that under in there, and if we find more plays that we like, we can switch it out.
Yep, that's fair.
Green Bay, New York Giants under 37. I would like to put let's see.
Put Gonzaga in there.
Yeah, I was gonna say, I mean, I really like Yale spreads.
I'm down
Love
with
a
Yale
Yale
there.
spread. So that's probably what I'd say for CBB. I mean, we could also put Gonzaga in there too, but do you want to put a hockey play in?
No, not really. It's not one of those days.
So either an NBA play or Gonzaga. So either Gonzaga or the Pistons. Jesus. Or the Pelicans.
I don't want Pelicans.
You don't want the Pelicans. Too many injury concerns. We don't know if
Yeah.
Anthony Edwards is playing.
Yeah.
Okay. But chat, seriously, remember this. Take a screenshot. If Anthony Edwards plays and this spread stays here relatively, like the Pelicans are laying 4 or laying, maybe 3 or something like that, or 2 even, I'm going to be laying the Pelicans 100%
Yep,
at home. Okay. Awesome. Let's put in Gonzaga.
I'm in.
Good.
Yep.
Gonzaga -41.5. Oh my goodness. That is a large spread.
It's hitting.
And it's going to hit. That's the craziest part. All right, chat. 5 plays, 5 winners. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Extremely hungover. That's the fastest go, go, go I'm going to do. That's all I got in my tank today. 5 plays, 5 winners, chat. Giants +6, Tennessee, Miami over 46. We've got Green Bay and the Giants under 37, Yale -8.5, and Gonzaga -41.5. Holy smokes.
Any king of the board plays today, boys?
That might be a 5-0 card. And Goots, I'm happy that you asked, my man. Go ahead and lock in Yale -8.5 for me, will you? Add
Beautiful.
that to the card.
Yeah.
-10. Sure.
Sounds good.
Come on. The people are waiting for your king of the board play. They're anxious. They're eager to see if you're ready to make a comeback and get your first win.
It's going to start today.
Okay.
Give me the over in the Titans game. And also give me a Derrick Henry anytime touchdown.
No way. 2
Yeah.
for 1 spash?
2 for 1.
2 for 1 spash. Wow. Javon's not fucking around. He's standing on business
Got to.
on this Monday afternoon. Okay. Yeah, I think I might have poked the bear, folks. I don't think Javon liked my tweet this morning. When I called him a fraud, I called him as fraudulent as the Eagles for his 0-2 start to the king of the board. We will see if he bounces back after those remarks.
Might have to.
Yeah.
Got no choice.
All right. So I'm going with Yale -8.5 for king of the boards. You are going with
Dolphins, Titans over, and Derrick Henry to get into the end zone.
love
Plus
it.
100.
Love it. Okay. Let's freaking go, chats, and hurry up. Okay. Do not be sitting there doing nothing. Okay. Wake the fuck up, grow up, and lock in your squad ride vote. We need more votes than this. And you guys still have 3 more minutes to lock in your squad ride vote. Hurry up, go, go, go. The squad rides have been very profitable. 50 games, over 500 now. 168, 118, and 4. 168, 118, and 4. Who else is doing that? I can't find anybody who's doing that for free. I can't find anybody who's doing that at all and actually tracks this shit. We are, and we're going to do it for free forever. All we ask is that you guys engage with us, hop in here, talk and chat, vote in the squad rides, and give us engagement on the Book It BTL and the Book It Twitter accounts and the socials. That's all you got to do. Just stay tapped in. That's all it comes down to, folks. It really is. Okay. Lock in your squad ride vote. As I always say, click the right button. Okay. Don't take the primetime game because you want to. Just take the winner. Okay. These are bankroll Bobs, folks. You should be taking the squad ride every day responsibly for a unit, at least every day. Okay. It should be second nature. You wake up, you wipe the crusties out of your eyes, you hop on the BTL, and you lock in for the day and you find your winners. Spoon fed.
That's what you do.
Spoon fed, signed, sealed, and delivered. Okay. W's. Chat. Looks like you got about 3 seconds to vote. Hurry up. Go, 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 go. Hurry up, hurry up, hurry up. Who's going to be the Giants? The G-Man.
G-Man.
+6.
Tom
Okay.
Cutlets.
Chat's feeling sharp. Chat's feeling, trying to get some bagels and some pizza
Yeah,
on this
there you
Monday
go.
nights up in Jersey. You can't make it up that Tommy Cutlets is the QB of the Giants. It's a worst nightmare for me as a guy who has a lot of fans and friends from Jersey. They are acting like this guy is the next Tom Brady because he's Italian. It's hilarious.
Yep.
I will
That's-
say he's got some moxie though. I'll give him that. I like his style. I do. We're gonna need Tommy DeVito. We're gonna need Tommy Cutlets to be fucking dialed in tonight on Monday Night Football. They've looked okay recently. And guys, I don't hate this Giants defense. You guys are chirping in chat. They're not great, but at home, backs against the wall, coming off of 2 wins. Maybe they got some new life, right? They're not even mathematically eliminated from the playoffs. Who knows? All right. They're going to look great tonight. Give me the Giants +6. They might even win this game outright.
They just might.
They just might. W's. We've got some king of the board plays for today, chat. So don't forget about those. And like I said before at the beginning of the stream, if you're looking for a New Year's resolution, if you're looking to make yourself a better person, a better man, download Pickett Sports, track your bets, and grow the fuck up. All right. What are you waiting for? It's free. It's the cleanest app on earth. Okay. Go check it out. It's free. It's fire. All right. Pickett Sports, elite app. We got Brady Nemena coming in with a sub bang. Love it. W vibes to close us out here. Brady with a subby, 14 months. Love to see it. And we had Walker 161 with a subby as well. Javon,
Let's go.
happy to do boots on ground, BTLs. All right. I'm going to be heading back to Virginia tonight, folks. So we'll pick up where we left off tomorrow on BTL. All right. Same time, actually earlier, and same place, kind of, a little bit. But you guys know where to find us. And stick around for the surge stream. Okay. Trent's going to take you guys through the slate and give you guys some winners for Monday's pretty decent, pretty okay, pretty solid day of games. All right, folks. Squad ride, Giants +6. We'll catch you guys at the counter. All right. Check Book It BTL for all the plays, and we'll see if we can craft up a prize picks for you guys as well. All right. Stay posted. We'll catch you guys tomorrow. We'll be seeing.
We will.
Peace.